Okay, I'm going to review the test that was on November the 15th for Spiral 2 Topic 1. So, this was algebra test looking at exponents. Okay, so if we make a little note here, when we multiply exponents, we add the exponents. When we divide the exponents, we minus the exponents. Now if we have a power to the power, you're going to multiply those exponents. All right. So let's take a look here. We have negative 3x cubed times negative 4x4. So first thing we're going to do is we are going to just multiply this. So negative 3 times negative 4 is positive 12. And then we're multiplying here, so we're going to add those exponents. So 3 plus 2 is 5. Okay, here, I don't have it written in here, but there's brackets here, which means multiply. So we're just going to multiply the numbers. Now it's a fraction, so we're going to go 2 times 4. So 2 times 4 is 8. 3 times 8 is 24. Then we have multiply, so we're just going to add. So x to the 3, x squared, we're going to x5. And then y5, y2 is y7. Now the one thing we can do here is we can reduce this fraction to 1 over 3 x5 y to the 7. Now here we have an exponent, power to the power. The thing we have to remember here is this number has an exponent of 1. So we're going to multiply in, but we have to multiply in multiple ways here. So we're going to have negative 2, and 1 times 3 is the power of 3. And x, we have 3 times 3, which is 9. Now we can expand this if we want, which is negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2, which is going to be negative 8 x to the 9. Okay. We go down here, we have 45 x cubed y4 divided by 15 xy squared. Now here, we just have division, so 45 divided by 15 is just 3. x3 divided by x, that's 3 minus 1, so that's going to be x squared. Then we have y4 divided by y2, so that's going to be y2, and we're done. This one here, we have to remember to do BEDMAS, so we're going to do our exponents and our multiplication first. So right here, now we leave the base as 2. We don't try to alter it, we don't turn it into a number. So up top we have multiplication. So we're going to have 2, and 3 plus 5 is 8. And down here we have a power of a power, so we're going to multiply. So 2 is the same, 5 times 2 is 10. Now we have a divide. So we're going to keep the base the same. We have 2, and 8 minus 10 is negative 2. Then to make this positive, we're going to flip it and go 2 to the power of 2 on the bottom, as such. Because we remember that this always has a number 1 underneath it. This here is just multiplication. So we're just multiplying them together. Remember this x has a 1 here. So x to the 1 times x to the 3, x2 adds up. So we have x3. Y, we have y3 and y5, add those up. We're going to get y to the 8. And then z5 and z negative 3, add those up. So we get z to the 2. Now this one may look difficult because we have all this bracket and everything in here. We have to remember we have a 0 here. And anything to the power of 0 equals 1. No matter what you do in here, that 0 is the power of everything. So it's going to be, everything's just going to equal 1. That's our answer. Now this here is a divide. Like so, those are nice neat brackets. Now when we divide, we just do numbers by numbers and letters by letters. But when we divide a fraction, we flip the second one and make it a multiply. 3 over 2. So we have 3 times 3 is 9 over 4 times 2 is 8. Now we have a fraction here. I mean, we have division, so we're going to minus x2 minus x4 is going to be x to the negative 2. y2 minus y1 is just going to be y. And we have this negative fraction, negative exponent here we don't like. So let's take it at the bottom. So the 9's on top here, so is the y, then 8's on the bottom, and we'll take that negative exponent, put it on the bottom, and we're like so. Now this one here, pretty simple. Probably shouldn't be worth 4 marks, but it's easy for you to get. So we have a multiplication up top. So multiplication, we go numbers times numbers, so 4 times 5 is 20, and we're just going to add these two. x3, x4 equals x7 over 2x4. Now we have division again. So 20 divided by 2 is just 10. And then x7 minus x4 is x to the 3. Let's go to the next question. Now here we're doing a lot of rainbowing, right? So we're just collecting like terms, not solving for anything, we're just collecting like terms. So we're going to rainbow in. So numbers times numbers, letters times letters. 3 times 2 is 6. There's no x here, so we're just going to leave x squared. 3 times, and what's in front of there is a 1. 3 times 1 is 3, and we just have an x. And 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. Then we're going to rainbow in here. X times 3x. Well, it's a 1 out here, so it's 1 times 3 is going to be 3. We have x times x, and if you remember, we add up those exponents. There's going to be x squared. Then we go here, and we have negative 3, and we just have x. So if we collect like terms here, we have x squared here, x squared here, then we have x is here, make sure we get that sign, and boom. So we have 6x plus 3x, that's going to equal 9x squared. Now we have 3x minus 3x, 3x minus 3x is 0, so we're just left with minus 6. Just like so. Here we go, we're going to rainbow again. And we have negative 2 times 1, that's going to be negative 2. X times x is x squared. There we go again. Negative times negative is a positive, so we're going to have plus 6x. Then we have x times x squared, so that's going to be x to the 3. We're going to go again. 2 times 2 is 4. 4, and we just have x squared, so it's going to be x squared here. We go again. 2 times negative 1 is going to be negative 2. So we have x squared times x1, so that's going to be x cubed. Now I saw a lot of people when they're adding the exponents or collecting like terms, they added the exponents, as in 3 and 3 equals 6. But that's only when we multiply the exponents. So make sure you get that sign. So I have, start with the x cubes, we have 6 minus 2, so that's going to be 4 x cubed. Then we have 4 minus 2, so that's going to be plus 2 x squared. Now we have to solve. Now if we take a look here, we have a denominator of 5, so we need to get rid of that. So we're going to times this whole side by 5. What I do to one side, I need to do to the other. So on this side, I have a 5 on top, so 5 divided by 5 is going to equal 1. So they're going to cancel out, but I have the 5 over here. So that'll leave me 4 bracket x minus 10 equals, now 5 times 8 is 40. Then I rainbow in this way to get rid of my bracket, which will give me 4x minus 40. Make sure you rainbow in twice. A lot of people just rainbowed in once. Then I need to move this over here. So it's a minus on this side. So it's going to come over and become a plus. 4x. We have 4x equals 80. Then to get rid of the 4 here, to isolate just the x, we're going to divide both sides by 4. X equals 20. Now here, on this side here, we only had one number on the bottom here, but we have 2. So I have to do this twice. So I'm going to times this by 3. And what I do to one side, I have to do to the other. I also have this 5 here, so I'm also going to do 5 and 5. Now, these are going to cancel out. And the 5 is going to cancel out, so we got rid of those. And then we're going to rainbow into the first layer here. Right there. So 5 times 2 is 10. And we still have the bracket of 3x minus 2 equals negative 12 bracket negative 2x plus 2. Now we have to bracket in again one more time. Let's do some typing here so it's a little bit cleaner. So that's going to be 30x minus 20 equals, now a negative times a negative, right here is going to be a positive, so it's going to be plus 24x minus 24. Right? Now I need to collect like terms. So this is my biggest x, so I'm going to keep it still. So I'm going to bring this over here, move this number over here. Right? So watch your signs as you go over. So my next line is going to be 30x minus 24, because it's a plus on the opposite side, equals, now it's a negative 24 here, and the negative 20 is coming over, so it's going to become a positive 20. 30 minus 24 is going to be 6x equals negative 4. Then to go from here, I need to get rid of the 6, so I'm going to divide by 6. Divide by 6, so x equals negative 4 over 6. Now, can I draw a triangle? Insert. There we go. So, find the length of the sides of a isosceles triangle where the non-base side is 4 less than double the length. So right here is my non-base sides, here and here. Right? And they are 4 less than double. So double something is 2x. And it's 4 less, so it's going to be 4. So each of these sides is going to be 2x minus 4 and 2x minus 4. Then, this side right here is my base side, which is going to be x. Now I know that my total is 92. So I could write a formula here. Now perimeter is just your sides added up. So if I go around, it's going to be 2x minus 4 plus 2x minus 4 plus x equals to 92. Now I need to collect my like terms. So here's my x's, and whatever is not highlighted there is going to be my numbers. So 2 plus 2 plus 1 is 5x. That's going to be minus 8 equals 92. Then I need to move this over to isolate my x. So it's a negative over here, so it's going to become a plus on this side. So it's going to be 5x equals 92 plus 8, which is going to be 5x equals 100. And to get rid of those, that 5, I need to divide by 5, divide by 5. So x is going to equal 20. Then I could go back into this here. I could write 2 times 20 minus 4. So 2 times 20 is 40 minus 4, so that's going to be 36. So that means if I insert another triangle over here, if I were to do my sides, this one's going to be 36, because I did the formula here. This one's going to match. Underneath is just my x number, right? So that's going to be 20. And there's my solution. Now, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, and Lawrence play a game of 3-on-3. At the end of, here's one of my mistakes here. I should say Lawrence. Nothing against Garbs. At the end of the game, Curry has scored 8 more points than Lawrence, while Durant scores twice as many as Curry. So we can set this up in 2 ways. One would be we create Lawrence as the base. So Lawrence would be x number of points. Curry scores x plus 8. Then Durant scores twice as much as Curry. So, twice as much as Curry. Curry has this. So twice as much is going to be 2, but we need to put in the brackets because it's the total of Curry times 2, not just 2x plus 8. The other way we can do this is we can make Curry the base person. So let's go Lawrence, Curry, Durant. If we did it this way, Curry would be x, Lawrence would be x minus 8, and then Durant would be 2x. Either way, you got the same answer. You get the right answer. So let's work with option number 1 here, because that's what most people did. So let's work off that. So our point total was 156, which equaled x plus 8 plus 2 bracket x plus 8. Now we need to get rid of that bracket first, so we're going to multiply in x plus 8 plus, and now we're going to rainbow in, so 2x plus 16, as we rainbowed the 2 into the x and 16. Now collect our like terms, so we have 156 equals, and we have 4 x's right now, and then we have 24 as a number, I believe. Then we have to isolate the x, so we're going to get 156, and this is coming over. So it's a plus on this side, so it's going to be a negative on this side. Equals, minus 24 equals 4x. Now 156 minus 24 minus 20 off, that's 132, I believe. Equals 4x. And then we're going to divide both those sides by 4. So our x is going to be equal to 33 equals x. Good. Let's check all my math on my calculator. minus 24, oops, 4, 33. Now we can take this 33 and plug it back into our equation. And you're going to get 33 on either one, whichever, if you did option 1 or option 2. So let's plug it back in. So Lawrence is going to equal 33. Curry is going to equal 33 plus 8, which equals 41. And Durant equals twice as much as Curry, so let's just hop the middle step. Go 2 times 41, so that's going to equal 82, which means Lawrence did a lot of passing and has lots of assists. Now this one here I can't help you with because it's create your own word question. So that's the review for this one. Hopefully that helped you out. If you have any questions, please come see me.